Hello, welcome to the stream. It's this camera, it's not this camera. It will be this camera. This is a better looking camera. Let's do that one. As you can probably tell, I'm a very, very tired boy right now. But I made myself an agreement a few days ago that I would stream until Leeds United lost a game this season. And then we lost a game this season. And then I was going to stream until Leeds lost in the league this season. And I think the last stream is probably going to be tonight or tomorrow morning. I've not quite decided yet, because immediately after the game tomorrow, I've got to get on a train, which is going to be fun. But yeah, general gist, the past few days have been pretty bad. So I figured let's have a little bit of a discussion about it. It's not going to be too long. It's going to be like 15 minutes or so, purely because I very badly need to sleep. You can sit. Why are my eyes that bloodshot? Jesus. Purely because I very much need a little bit of a rest. But someone that won't need a bit of a rest because it is early morning where he is. How's it going, Matt?
Oh,
How are
great.
things? Fantastic.
Oh,
If you want to know how the vibe was at the moment, by the way, I made myself a note to self in the banners to be like, note to self, do not tell the stream I'm streaming exclusively to do the challenge thing. That would be a bad idea. And then I was just like, no, sod it. Sod it. We do honesty. It's fine. How goes things? How was the reaction to everything?
oh, not great. I
Nope.
mean, they lost to Borough, and then you find out Rutter's gone. I mean, some people probably didn't even know till the next day. Like, they didn't even get home, and it's already been told. Oh, God.
Yeah, I had a fun hour and a half segment at one point where I was like, "Oh, good, we've been beaten by Borough. Oh, good, I've got to go on Joe's channel. Oh, good, I've come off Joe's channel, and there goes Georgie. Oh, that was a fun few minutes. Wasn't it? On this, Ryan, what huge room are we talking about? Oh my God, should we? No, no, that's a little bit too YouTube meta, isn't it? We can't do a watch along of Joe's stream. That'd be a bit weird. Especially since he's doing a members show right now, I think. Not like
Yeah,
just for members, but like he's doing a show where he's getting members on.
I was in it.
And there's someone that likes the sort of positive slash chill vibe. Like we can't really do positive right now because of the everything. But someone that likes the chill vibe, I feel like that will not be bringing the chill vibe in the slightest. I think it's worth a rewind and live reaction. I mean, I'm just going to rewind to somewhere around. You got to tell me where. Like, how long ago are we talking? I'm not just gonna pluck something out of nothing. Everything leaves well, nothing leaves JT speechless. The man lives his life like he's doing a wrestling promo, but Jesus. About 5 minutes. Okie dokie. Hang on. How about 5 minutes are we Oh, hold on. I've just heard JT say the words, I've never been left speechless like this. So that's a little something. That's a little something. Should we do it? Should we do a little bit of a react?
I was on the stream, and then I kind of went off, and then I was doing something while that was happening. I must have, because I missed that.
The guest with the camera off. What? Is he an assassin? What's going on? Hang on, let's do this, and then I've got there we go. I've done a proper reacty thing. It's great. We've got corners. It's so good.
You don't have to believe. Again, these we'll never. This is the thing, right?
Right, hang on.
And this isn't.
Is that
obviously,
audible?
shit goes on all the time. Shit goes on all the time. This is
Audible. Yes. No.
facts. And it is, yeah. That's just life in general, right? Not just football. Life in general. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, again, these are. Rysel has no reason to lie, but you don't have to believe or.
I'm guessing we missed it.
This is lining up with a few
And
things.
with the moon Glenn Kamara's gone, you wouldn't get that extra 3-4 million. You know, they'd be going, well, they want him out, or to be brutally honest with you, I think I'm just happy there's a couple of
This
players
isn't the
gone.
best
I'm
content on our end, is it?
Moon Glenn Kamara.
Was another bad
Yeah.
apple?
There was
Wow.
three.
Well, I mean, the fact
there was three named to me. when you physically have to have senior members of staff like Liam Cooper, Luke Ayling, who had returned to say hello to the fans on that day, wasn't even a member of our playing staff at the time, and Stuart Dallas, and they have to intervene. Pull people, even when Archie Gray, 18 years old, had to sit and tell Cree to pull his head out of his ass because Cree told the team after a big row that he was basically dragging the team along. It was him. He was the only boy. He was the only one performing. I don't remember Cree Somerville performing in the last 6 or 7 games of the season.
Well, I mean, that would coincide timeline-wise to when.
I've got no idea.
So Cree? Is that what it's about?
It sounds a bit Cree-ish, doesn't it?
The three players. I'm guessing he's talking about the ones that have gone.
Yeah, I mean, there's 4 that have gone.
When would that have happened then? Ayling came back to say, was that when he came?
Playoffs, home leg, Norwich.
Was that when he was in?
Twatted Norwich.
No, yeah. Was it the QPR? No, Ayling wouldn't have been. Ayling wasn't there.
No. I don't know. Hey Ryan, can you explain what exactly said thing was? But it's probably not too much. I did think so. Yeah, I mean, like it's not when you're talking content, it's not quite the best. Like some people can do watch-alongs. It's not for me. I don't watch along good. I mean, we had this conversation last time that we actually had a match. I was like, well, you see, I'd like to do a watch along, but also I'd like to enjoy watching football, and it's quite hard to enjoy football whilst you're just sort of like, oh yeah, person in the chat, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ban you for being a bad human being. It's like, no, I want to pay attention to the game, you know. But let's get back to the actual topic at hand. I can see my viewer retention graph for this one just going straight down in the afterwards upload. It's going to be great. Yeah, with the Rutter stuff. Adam Pope did report possible fallout after the QPR game. But that's the thing. There probably was a bit of a mishap after the QPR game. It doesn't matter that much, does it?
I mean, there would be, wouldn't there? We got battered 4-0.
Yeah, but then we proceeded to soon afterwards batter Norwich 4-0. So, like, I feel like I'd be annoyed if there wasn't a bit of a tiff.
Could it be like? I mean, you will never know. Like, we still don't know what happened at the Palace game when we lost 5-1. So we'll never know this either, unless someone says it. Like, I don't know. 20 years later, Cooper comes out and says, "Oh, that's what happened."
Oh yeah, the reason Cree wasn't good for the rest of the season, he was dealing with a stab wound. Actually, I mean, Stuart Dallas was like, I mean, I've gone through so many surgeries. I'm just going to save a scalpel, and that's why Glenn didn't come back. It was more about the covering up Farker's doing more than what? It was more about the covering up Farker is doing more than anything.
So Farker's covering it up, or
are you saying that Farker is covering up a thing, or are you saying that it's players covering up for Farker? I don't know, but there's one line of argument that I've especially not liked these past weeks and stuff. I'm guessing you've probably heard the ongoing discussion that Farker is someone that relies on individual talent. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I've heard that. Yeah.
Yes. I would like you at random to pluck out a name from me off the top of your head of one of the best managers you can think of doing it of all time ever.
Bielsa?
That's the one I didn't want you to say. That's the one that can do system stuff. Yeah, I was more thinking look,
Ancelotti.
Ancelotti, yeah, currently at Real Madrid. What happens with you're looking at Real Madrid? The only reason that they're that good is because every single player there is already a star. And if you take out 3 or 4 players from that team, it's fine because they've got fucking superstars behind them in the queue. And I've seen a lot of people being like, yeah, well, this wouldn't have happened with Alex Ferguson, would it? And it's like, one, I mean, it's not Leeds fans saying that, but it's more like.
Oh,
But if you're looking at that side, you're like, well, okay, you're looking at the late years. Do you really want to see what happens if you take out a Rooney and a Ronaldo and a whoever the fuck else you want to? No, probably not, to be honest with you, because it wouldn't be pretty. And anyone that's just going in on Daniel Farke being like, yeah, but you're relying on good players. That's what football is. That's what football always has been. It's what
He also-
football always will be.
he also improved players last season.
Yeah, vastly.
I mean, just look at Bamford from January. I mean, he improved him. He put him back to scoring goals. I mean, he's going to score on the weekend.
Watch it. Watch it.
I love Bamford. I'm not gonna.
You know what channel you're on right now.
Oh yeah.
There's also the case of Archie Gray. Like the amount of people that were like, well, you see, he doesn't develop young players. What? Sorry?
I mean, we had the youngest squad. And we nearly made.
Archie Gray hadn't kicked a football as a senior footballer until the start of last season, and everyone's like, yeah, but he doesn't give young players a chance because Mateo Joseph isn't playing every single 90 minutes. And it's like, someone younger than him is? What?
I mean, Rutter.
Yeah.
Look at Rutter's difference.
Georgie was 20, 21?
Yeah.
In that sort of area. Somerville was 22. Gnonto was, I think Gnonto is 20.
Gnonto, yeah, I think he's 20 now. Or, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but we all know that they didn't play any football because Daniel Farke doesn't give young players a chance.
God. Where'd that come from? Is that just because Joseph didn't start? Is that all just one player who I thought at the time wasn't ready, and at the time Bamford was performing? I mean, I think he should have come in when Bamford got injured instead of Pirro, but well,
yeah. I think just gonna have a look at what Ryan said here. I'd love to know your opinion. A young squad or an old squad with a lot of experience to get you out of the division? I've got an opinion that I know that a lot of Leeds fans don't agree with on this one, and I'm gonna let you go first, I think.
I mean, I'm an old guard apologist apparently because I love the old guard, so I'll go with the old guard. I'll go with the old squad. I mean, you need a mix of both, really. You need a mix of experience and youth. So,
yeah.
I mean, I think we have that.
But we'll say you have to have one or the other. You have to have either every player's over 28 or every player is like 23 and under. Which way you go?
The older squad, I mean, experience is better, in my opinion. Like, if you have, I feel like too many youngsters, the team wouldn't perform as well. You do need, I would rather a full team of leaders, of older players. But
that's a point, yeah. Shit, I don't like that you've kind of ruined my point. But I think the way that I'd look at it is if you've got players of equivalent quality with like both ages, yeah, the leadership's more likely to push you over the line, but the way that I'd approach it is more long-termy. So if you do get over that line, well done. You're in the Premier League with a bunch of people that you've signed as a championship side, and no one in the Premier League has wanted to sign, presumably for a reason. It's like whenever anyone says the words grizzled championship bastard, it's like, yeah, but they're in the championship for a reason. And then you're just going to have to sign someone again next season. Great. Nice. Good evening, Richard. How's it going? I'm hoping quite well. God. Wait, can I count this as my stream for Saturday as well? No, that's cheesing it a little bit too much, isn't it?
I got a question. Who do you think our next signing will be? Do you think it will be what position? I'll say not player, but position.
Oh, that's a really good one. I am landing in a couple of different places on it because we need a 10 really badly.
Yep.
Someone that can do the creative passing and stuff, because Georgie can do that a fair bit. This is a little bit too far on the negative side. You don't see us signing anyone.
I think we'll get. I mean, the fans aren't even going to like this. I think we'll get 3, but people want 5. I think we might get 3.
Yeah, I think we won't get enough, but I think we'll get some.
Oh, I can already see this. Like we start playing well or something. We don't sign another left back. Or third post line. The next game after the transfer window ends, he gets injured.
I would be in the same boat, but I think the FOPO conversation kind of started and finished in the League Cup match against Borough.
He
The
went down
FOPO
in
does.
that game.
It
He's
wasn't
fine
even
now,
just
but
that. It was the fact that we were replacing him with Strauch, and you could immediately see like, oh, you really want to play at centre back, don't you, Pascal? You don't want to drift out wide. It was a little bit of an adventure. On this quickly from the Orange Raider, that's the sort of thing I could see us doing, but I sort of also see us doing something Morgan Whitaker shaped.
Well, apparently, I don't know if they want 25 million, or their fans think they just want 25 million, which I think he's. I mean, is he worth that? Is he worth 20? Like, is he worth 20? Shouldn't it maybe 15 to 20? I mean, it's fair, I guess.
How old is Jack Clark now? Is he 23? I'm trying to work out how old he was when he broke through at Leeds, and then just sort of base it off that. He's currently 23. Yeah, 23-year-old. He's English, so it helps the homegrown quota. He came through the Leeds Academy, which helps the homegrown quota. I'm not sure what he's got left on his contract, so I can have a look. But it feels like one of those moves that people are going to talk about because he's been at Leeds before.
Yeah, it just seems like I don't know if we'll actually link properly to him. Like, well, I mean, we'll never know because the 49ers don't say anything, or you don't hear anything, so we won't actually know anything. I mean, it could be just like a Ryan Kent thing. We get it every window.
Yeah, but there is a chance that Sunderland will be somewhat pushed into selling because I've just had Jesus, he scored in the first game of the season. That makes it so much easier to sign him. Yeah, Transfermarkt has his value at 15 million euros, but that doesn't really mean anything. What does mean something is that he's got 2 years left on his contract.
Like, if we sign him, would he start over Gnonto and James? Like, that's like I think I'd rather have someone that's going to be a starter, and like I'd rather get a number 10 first. But then again, are we just gonna? I mean, I'd rather Aronson, but I know Fox gonna play Pirro. We're gonna rely on Pirro tomorrow. Whatever tomorrow.
I want if Daniel Farke wants to go all out and be like, you need to give me a squad, he needs to do that thing that happened a few seasons back where it was just like, right, it's a cup match, let's do some stupid rotations and see what happens. I kind of want to see the adventure of 4-3-3, but you're not using 3 wingers up top. You're going Mateo, Bamford, Piru, and you're seeing what happens.
Oh, that would be just chaos.
Have we even got 3 midfielders?
I don't even think we got Rothwell. Yeah, Rothwell, Ampadu, Gruev. That's it.
That's so defensive.
Just park the bus, and go for. Just hammer the ball to Bamford and Pirro, and then try to get them to header it on the Joseph.
It's just Rothwell trying to play through the occasional through ball. Ampadu whacks the ball over the top, and then occasionally Furpo's just like, can I go on a run yet? Please.
Park the bus.
It is indeed. That will be because I finished work at 11:30. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I said I was going to do a stream every day until we lost in the league. So this might be the last one of that series. Probably tomorrow morning. I'll be trying to do that stream because I think is it 12:30 kickoff? Why am I asking the Australian? That's not how time zones. I think it's 12:30 for us, so 2:30 finish. I'm getting on a train at 4. That's not gonna. Should I stream on the train? No, I don't want to be that guy. No. I would immediately hate myself so much. Play Gnonto as the 10 and then Jack on the left. I hate how much that works. I quite like that.
I actually do, but is Gnonto a 10? Like, could not. I think Gnonto could, but I don't understand this. Like, we bought remember we bought Gnonto and Rutter, both are strikers.
Yep.
And then we played them behind the striker. So could you see maybe
The list of people that
would Joseph play 10? I mean, I'd have more faith in Joseph at 10 than Pirro. And just I don't know, chuck Bamford up top. Who cares? Just have.
why are we doing the slander? That's not what this channel's for.
Because Bamford will score tomorrow. I said this. He'll score the winner, and we'll all be right again.
And then we sell Gnonto.
And then we sell Gnonto. We're like, well, we got Aronson.
I am a little bit more spooked about the. Never mind. Sorry, I was scrolling through a newsy thing whilst I was partway through the sentence of I feel like we're slightly more likely that we're going to be missing Gnonto after the fact that all of his friends are gone. But then I saw a news thing that's like Leeds are just not going to sanction it, and it's like, oh, fair enough.
Good.
I get that. Yeah, okay.
Another thing, like with Gnonto, he's the one that wanted to leave last season, and everyone else has left but him. He's the one staying.
Poor bastard. He's the only one without a release clause. Like, I don't.
I mean, the release clause for Rutter, we got zero profit apparently because we have to pay what's that, 5 million? Or was that fake?
That was fake as far as I know, because we didn't end up paying the entire £35 million for him, because a lot of that was add-ons.
I was going to say, basically, we make zero profit. But we make 5 mil, so what do you do?
We made 10, I think, in profit, because we paid 25-ish, because the add-ons were about 10. So it's less bad.
I mean, I've seen people say things like you can't blame the 49ers, but they had how long to make another they can make another contract, right? And when Brighton put in their first and second,
I'd like to make the note that both sides need to agree to the contract, though. Why is Rutter going to agree to a contract that takes out the release clause if we don't go up?
Because I think I think Rutter. I don't know. I think Rutter liked it here, so I think he would say yes. That's the only reason.
I mean, he'd say yes to a contract that gives him more money, but I don't. I think he is at that point of his career where he's like, right, okay, I need to get that little bit of momentum, that bit of progress going. And I feel like if we got promoted, there was no chance he was going to leave because he'd absolutely love it here. And like, he was shattered on the pitch at Wembley after the playoff match.
Yeah.
But we didn't get promoted.
Yeah, we didn't.
And he's now in a position where it's like, well, if I do another season in the Championship, then I'm just stagnating. Like, not playing against anything better. I've learned how to play against these players. I need to learn how to play against better than that. And yeah.
At least we can enjoy the Premier League. Somerville, Gray, Rutter.
Yeah.
I mean,
it'd be a lot nicer if they all went to the same club so we could only have to watch one match at a time. That'd make things a lot easier. The thing that confused me about Brighton right now is they've got, I think someone said, like 9 players who can play in that 3 behind the 9. And it's like, why do you own so many football? I know that your entire model is we'll sign promising youngsters and then they'll probably go out for a profit. But no, that's madness. Offer Rutter improved terms for another season with a lower release clause that would benefit both us and Rutter. If he stays, we go up. If not, we let him go. I don't see his move to Brighton working out.
But if we lowered the release clause, they would have just got him anyway.
That or we say that it's only valid for the season afterwards, but then it's a sort of... I don't know. I think looking at it from like a non-biased, non-Leedsy perspective,
yeah,
I can't help but look at that and go, he's just done what's sort of best for him, and I get it. I can't be that mad.
I'm not mad. Like, I hope he smashes it.
Yeah, and I think he will. Like, if he's given the opportunity to play, because that's the big question when you're at Brighton. Like, there's so many players that are in that squad. It's stupid. It's not Chelsea bad. I've still got the image for the Chelsea squad actually. There's a couple of little like rotated different changes and stuff. Like they've loaned out a couple of players since this, but this is Chelsea's squad. Keep in mind that we have like 19 players, by the way.
Can we take some?
Look at that.
Yeah, can we take some?
They've got 7 goalkeepers.
Can we take one of them?
7 players at 9. Jesus.
3 left backs. Would love to have 2.
How have you got that many players and you've only got 2 right backs? How does that happen? And how is one of them Reece James, who's always injured? Wild. And you're just comparing it to us, and we're like, can we have someone? Just anyone?
Just give us one. Can we have like, I don't know, just like a charity?
Can we have Wazin Boy back? Like, I've played at left back on Sunday League sometimes. I can maybe not very well, but then I fit in.
I just don't know what their plan was. I don't know if it was try and like make it like sell all these players and try and hide how much money we have, which didn't work out because now we have more than any other club in Europe. We've also left it way too late. Like, yeah, that's a massive L.
This is the correct take. Yeah, the thought on what the tactic was. I think the tactic was to just hope that no one found Rutter's release clause. Because you don't have to like announce them. Like, of course, the player will know, the agent will know, and if their buying club asks, they can be like, "Well, yeah, it's this much money." But I think the hope was maybe if Rutter doesn't want to go, maybe he'll be like, "Agent, don't tell Brighton. I want to stick around." And I think I'm landing on the Mitchell spot here, where it was very probably a little bit of a now with the agent going.
I mean, then then I see the links, and the first thing's a striker. I'm like, we don't need a striker. That's the least of our problems.
Excuse you, that's not very Leeds fan of you. That's not very screaming at Pat Bamford.
Got the best striker in the world, Pat Bamford. We don't need anyone else.
Soon to be Ballon d'Or winner Pat Bamford.
I want you to get a time machine. Go back to 2020 and grab him, bring him back. 3 and 4 in time.
So good. No. Oh, I've got it. So, peak Bamford during the big virus that if I say the name of YouTube, my algorithm, my video, so I'm going to be careful with it. Empty stadiums. What if monkeypox
maybe
gets bigger and bigger? Perfect.
Tell the 49ers. Tell the 49ers just to close it, or stay all games behind closed doors. All games at Ellen Road behind closed doors.
I'll get on the lines with the germ lab, see what we can do.
Oh.
Did you hear the drama that came out on Other Joe's stream? Right. Okay. So we've got something interesting around this, right? So we were informed that there was a huge rumor on Joe's stream, and it was worth a rewind and live reaction. I tried to rewind. We tried to live reaction. It turns out it wasn't very good content. It was dreadful. So could you please tell us? That would be appreciated, because I've got no idea what's going on. All I know is I finished work, I started a stream, and someone was like, "There's drama." Will you tell us the drama? No, you got to watch the drama. Will you tell us when the drama is? It's about 5 minutes ago.
5 minutes ago.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Definitely wasn't.
So we tried, but if you could tell us, that would be appreciated. What do you think of the Moyes links if Daniel Farke goes? I think lots and lots of people, for some reason, overrate David Moyes by a margin. Yes, he won a Europa Conference League. To win a Europa Conference League, you've got to beat Fiorentina.
That's about it.
Okay.
I mean, we probably would have lost to one of the worst teams, but...
we would. But then again, we don't have West Ham's resources. So it's, yeah. As far as I've seen, it's not actually being said by anyone with any links to anything. It's being said in YouTube comment sections by people who were saying Farke out since last December.
Are we really going to try and go through this again, like the manager merry-go-round again? Do we really want to do this again? Like, everyone wanted Bielsa sacked, and look where we are now. Ever since it's just gone downhill.
I mean, we already are doing this again because it feels like what happened was the people that last season were like, we should have got rid of Farker, saw that we dropped points on the first day and were like, you see? And it's like, we've had 90 minutes. 90 minutes of the season. Like, can we just breathe? Breathe. We'll be okay. It's fine. Apparently, Willie had a major bust-up with the members of staff around the time of the QPR game at the end of the season, and Cree was saying he was carrying the team, which caused conflict around the time of the Peru penalty scandal.
I mean, some of it wrong. At times, he was carrying the team.
Kind of was a little bit, yeah. There were arguments there. At points, Georgie was carrying the team, but it's good that we've got both of them. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's fine. It's an uncarried team. It's okay.
I just remember the name on the back of the shirt. Jorginho. And the other one I bought, I got Gray. So that was great.
Oh no.
And the other two I have is Bamford and Cooper. So
I mean, no one's buying Bamford. That's fine. He's
That's
not
good.
giving up the number 9. Cooper's not changing his number.
I mean, we could do with Cooper back. Say it quietly. We could do with some leadership, even just behind the scenes.
No, but didn't you forget the only thing that ever matters ever is what happens on the pitch in a game of football?
Forgot about that. Like, Ampadu becoming captain, like, I think Ampadu can be a good captain, but it's big shoes to fill. Like, people don't realize what Cooper did for the club. Like, 10 years as captain. You can't just be 10 years as captain if you just do nothing.
Yeah, I think there's a fundamental difference between, like, quiet, measured leadership, which it feels like Ampadu is more in the direction of, and the sort of old-fashioned interim leadership, which is a little bit more Coopsy. Like, I'm sure Coops did like the more gentle stuff as well, but I think it's just a bit of a shift in styles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was a comment I was going to look at. Yeah, anyone thinks that we're going to get Graham Potter is no.
No.
Graham
Potter's not coming to a championship club.
All he has to do is ask someone at the FA quite nicely, and he would end up in the England job. So no, I severely doubt we're going to get Graham Potter. Where's that Somersville gossip come from? Someone on Joe's stream, but I don't know the further details. Reckon we get a Clark announcement? I reckon we get an announcement that he's in the Sunderland squad tomorrow. I feel like if he's not, I'd be very surprised. Are Sunderland playing tomorrow, or are they the Sunday? They're probably playing tomorrow. I don't know. Problem with Farker is they don't have a good replacement that's available right now without paying a manager release clause or something like that. No, but you forget because David Moyes.
David Moyes.
David fucking Moyes.
I mean, David Moyes isn't a bad manager, but I mean, they're probably on the same level. Really, fucking Moyes, you'd say.
Yeah, I mean, Moyes has sort of been carried for an extended period by the fact that his early jobs were Everton and Man United.
Yeah, exactly.
Because having both of those is sort of like, look, my reputation's really good, and then no one looks beyond that too much, and he ends up getting more jobs. Let's have a look. Unemployed football managers. Let's have a look at ones that we can realistically get. Top of the list, David Moyes. Fuck.
Look at him.
Frank Lampard.
No, I don't think the crowd. I think there'll be the crowd would not allow that.
There's Big Sam. There's Javi Gracia.
Yeah, bring Big Sam back and play 4-4-2.
Oh no, because people have actually been in my comments being like, "Can we do
Really?
a 4-4-2?" It's like, no, we can't do a fucking 4-4-2.
Brexit football. Oh god.
Show me Oh, it doesn't.
I mean, Grazia. I actually like Grazia. I think he was unfortunate, to be honest. Honestly,
Yeah,
I think he would have kept us.
He felt like right guy, wrong time sort of stuff.
I think he would have been more likely to keep us up though. So I think we should have actually just kept him and tried.
There's Chris Hughton, former Brighton manager.
Chris Hughes.
Adam Pope was right about Craig. When everyone at the time that Adam Pope being like he had a couple of attitude bits. Well, we already knew that, and the fact that in response to that, people were like, "Where's this coming from, Popey? He was really good last season," and it's like, well, yeah, but that doesn't mean that his like vibe was purely like positive behind the scenes, you know?
I mean, you could see that with some of his celebrations. It was kind of like, "Oh, look at me, I'm him."
Yeah, it was because I've heard some bits and bobs from various people that it was either January or last year, Somerville had basically been informed that West Ham were in for him, and he was like, "I'll give Leeds another year, see where we end up, because it'll also be good for my development," sort of thing. So
At least he
there
left
were
in the right way.
stages, yeah, but there were stages last season where like he knew he was on the way out anyway. So it's a bit like, well, so I can see the fact that he had that bit of an attitude behind him. And I get it from his perspective because it didn't really matter what was happening because he wasn't going to be here anyway. Oh, wait, hold on. There's the next one. Paul Heckingbottom. Anyone want Hecky back?
Paul Heckingbottom. Yeah, you know what? No.
Go for it.
Definitely
Yeah,
not.
why not? Right, I'm going to try and catch up. Joe had members on his stream. That sounds dangerous. Because I know what some of my members are like, and I know that Joe's streams tend to attract a lot louder people than me. So that sounds terrifying.
I mean, there was 3 after me, and I think I was. I said we'll win. I said we'll draw 1-1, and Dan James will score. 3 people after me said, "Oh, Bamford will score," and I'm like, "Yes, people like
Hey.
Bamford. That's a thing."
People enjoy him. What the fuck? Sunday league for Moyes. 7 aside, level below it. When you got a spare couple of hours, watch it, Joe. I do not have a spare couple of hours. I'll run you through my weekend, right? So after this, I'm going to bed. After I go to bed, I'm planning on waking up at like, I don't know, 10ish. I'm gonna have a lie-in because I got a busy fucking weekend ahead of me. Then I've got to record something and stream something, and then it's the match. And then right after the match, I'm getting on the train to London. At which point, I'm getting to the hotel that I'm staying at about 7, something like that. Then I've got to eat, go to the studio that we're working at, and then I've got to go to bed. Then the next day, I start an event at 8 in the morning. Then I've got to go to the studio again at about 12ish, and then I'm there until 8. I ain't got a couple of hours this weekend. There's a little bit of me that's hoping, for the sake of this little challenge thing that I've set myself, maybe if we lose tomorrow, I don't got to stream.
I don't want to lose tomorrow because
I don't want to.
Our Twitter's already bad already. But if we lose in a close game, I think it's still going to be bad. But if we get absolutely smashed like 3-4-0.
Hold on. I've had a theory, right? Hold on. Distract people whilst I do some talking. Not talking, Googling.
Yeah, we'll. I want to actually know people in the comments who will score tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. I'm so tired, even though I'm staying awake all day and all night because at least we play at 9:30 instead of 2 in the morning. It's better than normal.
2 in the morning sounds kind of fun. I'll be honest. I say that because I was playing RimWorld at 3 a.m. last night. But
actually, 2's not bad, but it's when it's I think 3 o'clock is like 3:30 is like the worst because I'm like, do I sleep and wake up or do I stay awake? It's like a question. I'm like, do I go to sleep or do I just stay up and then go down? Well, we have Joseph and Furpo. We got Joseph. We got Gnonto, James, and Aronson. We've got 3 goals. Oh, I just don't. Piro's goals through.
Who's creating the chances?
I don't know who's creating the chances. I got the solution. Play Gnonto and James on the wings. Yes. You got Joseph up top. And then
I would like
Bamford in the 10. The most creative player. It's a Put me as manager. Bamford will be all over the pitch. Actually,
Could you actually? You could sort of do that. That would be a bit of a 4-2-4. It's wild, but it works.
We might as well try something because
We've cracked it.
I don't understand. Look, I actually was talking about when we played the 3 at the back. Was that what game was that? Was that the
Hanover?
Hanover?
Something like that, yeah.
Because we tried it once and then we just never saw it again. And I thought, oh yeah, we got a different formation, and now it looks like we're never going to see it. But it worked.
Right.
Mitchell Bond, I do not agree with that. Gelhardt is not going to start.
Right.
Gelhardt.
My thesis, by the way,
Rothwell.
is very, very nearly accurate.
Oh, Rothwell.
So,
Rothwell
go.
could start.
I think Rothwell could start.
I just
Like,
think he'll go groove.
A 4-3-3 isn't too stupid because it means that you don't need to pick a 10.
You go 4-3-3 and put the 3 like that. Just go absolutely narrow. 2 centre forwards and a striker.
No, because everyone will be like, you see, it's the 49ers. They want Marshball back. I've done the thing again. A few weeks ago, someone pointed out that my disagreeable person on the internet voice is just and just whenever I do the voice, I'm brought back to the fact it was either Evie or Baby Zebra or someone in the chat who was like, "You've got the same voice every single time you think someone says something daft," and I'm like, "Yeah, I do. I don't like it." Yeah, the theory I had, right, and it was based on you saying something about football Twitter. Just a note, that doesn't add up to 10 outfield players.
Play a man short.
I know, yeah. 2 in net.
Oh yeah, we might not actually know the ball will probably still go through both of them.
Right, okay. So my theory is in the 2022 season, our first 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In our first 8 matches, we only lost twice. And that takes us to the October of 2022 under Jesse Marsh. What else happened in October 2022? Twitter was bought out by Elon Musk and changed its name to X.
Okay.
Elon did some fundamental damage to this football club, and it's unforgivable. That's the problem.
So what you're saying is Elon Musk has to put money into our football club.
Considering the other things he's putting money into include Donald Trump's presidential campaign and he nearly got shot in the head, I'm not quite sure that's the direction we want to be heading in. I wasn't quite thinking we get Sam Byram assassinated from the top of the East End, but who knows?
Poor Byram. Poor Byram.
I don't know. I was just trying to pick a member of the squad that is like controversy free because I know for a fact if I would have said Bamford, someone in my comments would have gone, "Yeah, good
idea."
I have a guy at work who sounds just like the voice you just did, fella. Listen to his footballing takes and then read a YouTube comment section, and it will change your life. Didn't expect to see it live now. Nice one, mate. Yeah, I'm only going to go for a few more minutes because big day tomorrow. I'll tell Matt a little bit more about that after the stream because you might actually understand what's going on with this stuff compared to the other people that I've informed who have been like, yeah, and I was like, okay, cool. You're not the target market. I get it. No goalkeeper. We don't have one anyway. Ha! I quite like Meslier. I still enjoy Meslier.
I like him, but he's
got a mistake in him. But
it's getting hard. I mean,
it is.
Why do I have to like all the players that do bad? And I have to like, I like you, but maybe. I mean, if we had competition,
do more good. He put a tweet. What? Who put a tweet in whose? That's not a tweet.
What?
A tweet is day. You can't. That's not. It doesn't fit. 140 characters. That's a lot of characters to stick up the sphincter. What they did in World War II, inflatable goalkeeper, the West Brom planes to bomb. Jesus. It should all come out in one straight line going from Firpo on the left all the way to Joseph on the right. Where's Joseph, your right back? Why have you not gone
Yeah,
Fogel?
what?
We've got a right back.
Yeah.
Do you think the season could be the?
Could it be the?
I think it could be A. I don't know if it could be the. Very, very different conversations to be having. They're all going as you heard on the Just Your Football show. And it's truth what you said because it's happening now. 49 has thrown us under a bus. I don't know if I've got the energy to have this conversation again. I think the initial issue with the transfers isn't anyone being thrown under a bus or anything like that. It's one absolute fuckwit who is now either at Sevilla or has been sacked from Sevilla, probably the latter, given everything, decided to put some fun little release clauses in people's contracts. And we were then in a shocking negotiating position, weren't able to negotiate them out of the contract. The issue that the 49ers have made is not signing new players. That's the extent of, in my opinion, their blame in this situation.
I mean, are they actually like? I could see them coming out after the transfer window and being like, "We bought this player," and then they're gonna say, "We brought Vober and Aronson back." Like that's a trend. Like it's a signing. Like it's a
If
new
they do
signing.
that, they will have turned me from the calm person of Leeds YouTube to the oh
Here we
of
go
Leeds
again.
YouTube. It'll be like permanent stats bitch. It'll be great. I like Meslier, but he's just stupidly annoying but good. Yeah, and he's the Firpo of goalkeepers. He's consistently fairly decent, but when he isn't, he isn't. It's very visible that he isn't. 3 keepers in the squad tomorrow. I'm waiting for someone to make the. There'll be 3 keepers on the pitch joke. What's that bench? 3 goalkeepers, crew, Harry DeBayo. Fun news on Harry. Did you miss the fact that one of his vertebrae cracked?
And he's injured.
He's
out.
very injured. He's injured until next year. So,
I
if
don't
there's,
think
if
it's.
there's,
I don't think it's until next year because I'm pretty sure he deleted that. But he put up on social media, "I'll see you in 2025," and apparently he deleted it because it's not as bad as they thought.
still,
So he probably won't be back till like December.
oh, that's way better. Is there a third grey that we can look for? Is there another one down the pecking order we can just?
There is, isn't there? Is there? I think there is, right?
Probably. I don't know. It's more rad to see him doing something good now than bad Meslier from 2020 RIP. Yeah, but let's be nice. Let's be kind. Because otherwise I'll be sad. Although, to be fair, this stream has a record for actively trying to make me sad. With our good friend Donk, I need to do more Football Manager streams in the next few weeks. That's a point. Next time I'm doing a stream to the people in the chat, come along and just shout the word like donk at me or the word Football Manager, and I will try and remember. That'd be nice. Thank you. Meslier has a beautiful voice, though. Yeah, it's like French, but really deep. Hold on, I can do a French. I was working with someone French earlier today, so I don't want to do a French accent because I'm self-conscious about it. But you can also do the deep voice. So this is Ilan Meslier. It is like,
Oh,
but he's also a lot more gravelly than that, you know. 49ers need to sell to fans group so fans can pick board to run the club and. Right. Okay. So. Ellen Road, at its fullest, has 37,000 people, right? Give or take. If we assume that every single person in Elland Road wanted to put their money into buying the club, I'm going to work out how much that would cost. divided by 37.3. Cool. So if you've got £5,000 to hand, and you can also pay £5,000 for each of the children and babies that don't have an income, and you can also continue to fund the club to the extent of thousands of pounds per year, sure, let's do that. Or we can accept the reality that football club ownership is a little bit beyond fans right now, especially in England. Like in Germany, it's legally mandated.
It's perfect, isn't it, over there? It's like 51% of the fans.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it perfect because various clubs have found cheeky little ways around it. But
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stats pitch coming out. I don't know if it counts as stats pitch because stats pitch focuses on football data. I would call this the, I don't know, the accountancy slag. What do we go with? The finance floozy. That's what we'll go with. Why not?
Finance floozy.
At least that's got a bit of alliteration to it. Meslier is a set enough. That'd be perfect. All right, go to sleep now. Ta-ra, baby zebra. I hope your dreams are full of Elan Meslier and Pascal Strauch. That's not going to be appropriate dreams, is it? No. Quick, name an ugly footballer.
John Joe Shelby.
That'll do. Yep. May you dream of Voldemort.
That too.
Some fans could be persuaded to put in £10 million a year to fund transfers if we kept them hostage. Just saying. No, that's not that's called ransoms. That's not funding. That's highly illegal. Yeah, this is another clip. Which bit? Which bit are we clipping? And I can't clip my own stuff anyway, so ha ha ha. And stop thirsting over Stroke. You do it like every stream at this point. Fan ownership would be a pain. Could you imagine 6-year-old Gavins just talking shit about anything? Right. When I started the YouTube channel, right, I made myself a promise that for at least a year, every single comment on my videos or streams, I would respond to in some way. So, you have a YouTube channel as well. I assume you know that when a comment comes up, it's got that nice little recent comments thing down the middle, where you can just go in and you can just react to them. And you can reply if you want. You can leave them if you want. And I made an agreement with myself that for a year I'd do that to like all of the comments. It would get some form of reaction. Some of it would be like, I'll just like delete it if it's like abusive or horrible or just pointless. And there's a few people that I've gotten rid of because like you're just making the same point again and again and again and again and again. But the amount of bollocks that you see constantly, every single time, and imagining those people around a boardroom table being like, you know what we need to do? We need to go back to 4-4-2. No, stop it, please. Did anyone catch what Rice in the Just Show phone in? I did not. I was still working at the time, and we've heard that it involves some malarkey around kerfuffles and QPR, but don't really know the details that much. I love how you took that comment from me even half seriously. It was a comment that was I've just mentioned. It was a comment that was on one of my videos or streams. I need to respond to it in good faith. Us viewers can clip things though. I know that's what makes you a danger to society. I might try and download it for the train if that's the case. I'm in. Oh, we've got a timestamp. We've got a
timestamp. Yes, we don't have to look for hours.
Shall we end with a react?
Oh, let's go reaction.
We'll go back to basics. We'll go to the worst version of YouTube.
Reaction content. That's the best content on YouTube. Taking other people's content and using it as your own.
Why has Joe scheduled every single one of his upcoming streams for the weekend already? That's so much effort. No, thank you.
I couldn't even have any fun laughing at Man United because they scored late on.
I know. I was working the PSG match and I had that one in the background. And not only did PSG have a big comeback, so did Scum, which was a pain. People joke on 4-4-2, but would it work as shocking the other team? Yeah, what else would shock the other team is Firpo helicoptering on the pitch. That doesn't make it a good idea.
I mean, what would we do with a 4-4-2? What, hoof the ball up to Joseph, who's probably not going to win a header against tall centre
Yeah,
back?
I mean, the issue that we've got is we don't really win aerial duels. We get the second ball sometimes.
Don't West Brom have like pretty slowish centre backs?
Basically, this. Yeah, we've not got the
No,
players.
well, you go through them, not over them.
Right. So we will end with assuming the timestamp is correct. Jeez, a taser and shock the other team. Right, now we've got a timestamp. If it's correct, let's go to the nice. There we go. Are we ready, everyone?
I have been in contact with a person who would be classed or would have been classed as a senior member of staff at the club. And from April last year, things have not been good within the playing staff at all.
Really?
And
The playing squad, that is.
The playing squad. And
Important early question, and I'm going to do some pausey bits here. By April last year, are we talking QPR or are we talking Palace? Because both have roles, I think.
Last year would have been Palace, right? 2023.
Yeah. He means April last season, in case anyone was confused. Thank you, Mr. Dodo.
So was that when we played Palace? I don't even remember when we played Palace.
No, I think we're talking QPR.
I'm going to touch it. Joe knows more than I'll go into, but I do have other things that I can discuss with you, Joe, off camera as well at a later date. But there was one incident, and I'll talk about, and this was after the QPR game, and it was one player in particular that is still at the club, and this player was asked to after the game to conduct or be by a member of staff. This is a fitness member of the fitness staff to conduct a fatigue test and do various stretches, whatever. I don't know. I'm not an expert in this, but that's what he was asked to do. He laughed at the member of staff, walked off, and the person that I'm in contact with went after him and throttled him. And basically told him, pull your head out your ass, get back and do what you're meant to do, in nice terms.
Oh, are we literal throttled?
That's what I was about. I thought he went up and went, you just do it.
Figurative. Because I am on this. I am taking it with a big pinch of salt. I'm taking it with I don't know who this guy is. And as a result, I don't know who this guy's contact is. I don't know what that chain is. So I'm taking this. That's why I can approach the literal throttled from a humorous perspective, because if it was known to be literal, that would be not good. I am thinking, yes, surely figuratively, but who figuratively says throttled? Throttled's the very literal. We'll be doing more square ball content again. I potentially will. I am trying to, but things have fallen through a couple of times. I'd had big tech issues previously that killed a previous version of a video, which made me quite sad, but that's fine. There's a Michael Normanton balls knowledge floating in the ether somewhere that will never come out because I can't fix the audio on it. Right.
And he shit his pants and he went back and he did what he was told. That
Wow.
that's a young player who wants now to leave our club. Right? He's still there, and you people can take it whatever way they want. They don't have to believe me, but
Yeah.
Joe, as
Thank
you
you,
can see,
Wayne,
the
by the way.
timeline of events that I've given you,
Mm.
quite a lot of it is spot on. The thing that frustrates me the most about it is that we have a senior member, the senior players or the senior leadership team. We don't have any now. Dallas is gone. Coops is gone. Bill's gone. It just so happened to be that the game that this incident happened at, Bill was back at the ground that day. He was saying hello to everybody. Can you remember that? No?
Mm.
You remember whenever he returned after his Middlesbrough loan and he was saying hello to everybody? That's when it happened. It coincided with our collapse towards the end of the season. We fell off. There was an incident between Crescencio Somerville, this player, I'm going to name him as Willie Gnonto.
That can't be QPR.
He wasn't at QPR.
Because Bill was there for a home game.
Or at least
Because
like
it was a home game, and it would be weird if he came back to Leeds at an away game.
or is it like two different situations? Like the throttling thing happened at QPR, and then this happened some other time. Because Ailing wasn't there,
Right.
so I don't know how he wouldn't have been at QPR. QPR at home.
No, it wouldn't be QPR at home. QPR at home was in October, and we won 1-0.
Blackburn.
Blackburn would make sense.
That wouldn't.
I
that's
always
the game.
do. That's why it's the Joe Blackburn. Yeah, that added up.
I mean, do you
Yep.
believe this? Like, is it like you can't just say, "Oh yeah, it's true." Like, yeah, like you got to take it with a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
Like, if it is true, then Gnonto's going. So if he does stay,
I think it's referring to the following incident he's going to talk about. Ooh, okay, spoilers, Mitchell. Spoilers. Thank you.
Flair, Willie Gnonto, Rutter, Glenn Kimura, they were all tight. They're all tight. It's not in any way surprising to me from the information that I've been told by this senior member of staff that these people are gone. Simple as that.
The more you keep telling me to keep playing, the more I'm going to pause. I'm raging against the machine. I was just going to point out, this feels really meta because it's just us reacting to Joe and JT reacting to a guy talking about a story he heard from a guy, which is great. Mr. Dodo, I can't pause for a second time, so this time I will.
You can take it whatever way you want, but it is, I know for a fact, I've been telling Joe this from April last season, and it is there. I've got the message. I could go into so much more in these messages. I don't really want to, because I don't want to drag over old ground. I think I try to be positive, but there's so much. I think there's a lot of rot there that Fark is covering up. I don't think it's all as rosy as people make out to be or want to believe it to be.
I would like to make a note that I find it weird saying I don't want to bring up old ground and then going on a YouTube channel with 30,000 plus subscribers to talk about it. That feels weird.
And I do think we have to rinse and repeat, or not repeat, move on. I think we've got a massive, massive job ahead of us. But we're sitting with 150 million quid in the bank. You can take PSR, you can look at it whatever way you want, but we've 150 million quid in the bank. We're good. We just need to. There's a couple of players need to go, and then the foot will go down on bringing players in. But I love Rutter. Rutter was not a bad guy. He was just easily led. It was another player that was the ringleader that is no longer at our club. Just to let you know. That's really negative. I'm sorry, but
Wow.
Everyone's
Imagine-
jaws
That is
open.
my joy.
Everyone's jaws open, bro.
That feels like the end of story time. With my jaw is on the floor. Just said I was wrong about saying that Kamara wanted out. I mean, it felt pretty clear to me that Kamara wanted out just because, like, he could have stuck around if he wanted to. He could have, like, you don't go to Liga and by accident, you know? You don't go, oh, whoops, my finger slipped. I'm playing in France now. That's not. It's not quite how it goes. So I'm not. Yeah. This guy's friends with Dallas. Is he?
Well, I guess we'll find out if Gnonto stays. Then I wouldn't believe
I mean,
it.
that's the thing. I don't know if he will anyway, because like I'm still in the position of like I'd understand his perspective if like everyone around him that's a really good footballer is also on the way out. Like I'd get it. Like I'm not saying that our squad isn't good footballers, obviously, but like
I mean, he's got Dan James, who last season, if he didn't get injured, would have outscored Somerville, in my opinion. That injury kind of stopped his run. He was catching
Yeah,
up to
that's
him,
fair.
and then he got that injury.
I swear you went to bed like 15 minutes ago. Sleep deprivation's catching up with me. I worked something out with JT as well, right? And it's something that I was quite proud of myself to have worked out. And it's the fact that when he's like on Joe's channel and like doing his public persona, I feel like 98% of people have never seen what JT actually sounds like because he always seems like he's giving like a wrestling promo. It's very rarely like conversational. It's always like to an arena full of people and he's about to body slam Andre the Giant or something like that. That's the vibe that I consistently get from JT. Willie Shawley wants out. He did 12 months ago. He will now. 2. There's more of the story TLDR. There was a kickoff that got split up by some of the players. How much more of the story? Because I am knackered and it's 1 a.m.
So what you're saying is the WWE should sign JT.
Can he do a moonsault, though? That's the important question. Can he do a moonsault? Would prefer Somerville stay and Gnonto to go, but that's just my opinion. We're not going to get as much money for Gnonto compared to Somerville, though, to be fair. Plus, apparently, from Mr. Mystery Man on the internet, Somerville was a ringleader, or at least that's the vibe that I got. Because whilst trying to be quiet about who we're talking about, it felt very like...
He said, I'm not going to mention his name. Oh, it was Gnonto.
In addition to that, it was like, I'm not going to mention anyone by name, but he's still young and he's at the club still. Like, well, who?
Well, there's only a couple. There's Gnonto, Joseph, and it wouldn't be Joseph.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think.
We're genuinely happy when he scored last week, and you can tell it meant something. People have to stop spreading fake rubbish. I mean, we don't know if it's fake. We don't know if it's real. I'm going to take it as put it on the pile of things to be considered on stuff that's going on into the future, you know? Hi, that's not the one I was clicking, but I think we will. I think we'll get between 3 and 5 signings is where I'm going to land. I'm not going to commit to a number because I am going to respond to things as we find things out, to be completely honest with you. Hydra B, I did say 49ers are full of nepotism, looking after themselves and others then get shot down. Unfortunately, they don't look so good now. That, as Evie says, that's not nepotism. That's just protectionism, I guess. Ish. That's not what nepotism is. Nepotism is like looking after members of your family and like your closest friends unduly. I don't see how that's happened. Want Milner back, no drama, no ego, just Ribena, what a guy. Yeah. But what I'm going to do before we bring this... Oh, that's a fun hiccup. Hello. Before we bring the stream to an end, we are going to return to one of our favourite places on the stream. We're gonna go to a nice chill place where you can never be harmed. We're going to head over to Questions Corner. We need more ooze. We need more ooze on this. Ever in the chat. Ooh. Seconds, that's going to come through and I'm going to feel real good. Or it's not. And I'm going to have a cry, but I'm going to hide it. So, Questions Corner. Oh, it happened. It happened.
Yes.
Yeah, Questions Corner. Let's say this just sounds like someone's made a realization more like a oh, you know. Yeah. If you've got any questions for me, for a Matt, I was trying to point the right way, but I keep reminding it's flipping the stupid. Pop them in the chat, and we'll do. Do we want to do it by number of questions or number of minutes?
Wait, what?
Do we say we'll do like 5 questions, or do we say we'll do like 5 minutes of questions?
Depends.
I'll do 5 questions. It's fine.
Yeah, do you want to sleep?
Prediction for West Brom versus Leeds at 12:30 today. Jesus, that's in 11 hours.
Oh God.
What you got?
1-1. Dan James will score. That's what I'm going with.
I'm gonna go 1-1. It'll be. Oh, it would be really annoying for them to score. It'll be Gnonto, and he'll shush the crowd, and he'll do it in the 98th minute.
Oh.
And he'll do it purely because then I'll have to stream on Sunday when I don't have any time. And also, immediately after the match, he will say no to doing a fitness test. What happened to the top of your chair? My top of chair is fine, so I'm guessing that's your chair.
Oh yeah, it's a bit broken, but it's all right. It works.
Yeah, I mean, you can sit on it.
Yeah, you sit on it.
Yeah. You're gonna come back to watching my stream since I'm in all yours. Potentially, but there's a slight issue in that you stream like in the evening, and the evening is when there tends to be sports things happening, and you know I work in sports broadcasting. We've done this one. Richard, you asked the same question twice. I can't believe you've wasted people's questions. If Gnonto was to go as well, do you think automatic promotion hopes are over? I'll let you take this one first.
Depending on who we bring, because if we get rid of Gnonto, then we have to bring in Jack Clark. I feel like if we bring him in, still alive, but I mean, automatic promotion, yeah. I still think we can get it because I can't say we can't because then I'm gonna not have a great season watching football, am I? I'm gonna be not playoffs again. Not again.
I'm gonna say the hopes won't be over, but the hopes will be very, very slim. But in all like fiction, at the end of the day, the hopes have to be slim for the payoff to be good at the end. So it's fine. If anything, last season we were being charitable by making Southampton's hopes slim, and then eventually they went up. That was just us being nice. If we get 5 suitable players, where do we finish considering they won't have had a pre-season with us?
First.
Yeah, I was going to say by definition, suitable means good enough, and good enough means
Yeah.
first. So I'm gonna agree with that one. I will do like 4 more. Who, in your opinion, would be the perfect striker for Leeds? Patrick Bamford.
Patrick Bamford.
Done. Yep, cool.
We got a perfect striker. Yes.
Will we have peace and love in the world? No, because we can't even have peace and love in a YouTube comment section.
Yes, because Patrick Bamford is still with us.
There we go. Are we going up? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Why not? Will Leeds win Championship and FA Cup this season? No, not both.
No. No.
No.
No.
And we'll do one more question, but it's got to be a silly one, so we'll give it a minute. We'll let people shout something stupid if you've got a silly idea for a question. That would be fantastic. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick search. And I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to paste that. And I'm going to say, go and subscribe to Matt. Matt's great. Always good to have him around. And he does, by the looks of it, daily bits. Daily bits? Daily bits.
Yep.
You always pop up roughly daily.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Sorry, Mr. Beast offers me $100,000 to complete this challenge. Why has that been recommended to me?
I played zombies. It's that's on the other channel now, but
Okay. Given the things, I would distance.
that was a long time. But that was like a year ago.
Given the human rights breaches and all that fun stuff.
Yes.
Yep. The number 2 pencil is the most common pencil in the United States, so why isn't it the number 1 pencil? Because the number 1, number 2 scale is based on hardness, which is why my number 2s are always soft. If you brought an ex-Leeds playback from the 70s, who would it be? I'm trying to think of something obscure. Don't know. I would bring Eddie Gray back because that means we'd have a better chance of getting Archie back.
I mean, yeah, probably Eddie Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of our current squad, who would you take for a cheeky Nando's? We'll finish on this one. Nando's is toilet food. That you. Am I feeling mean enough to time you out? No. Of our current squad, who are you taking for a cheeky Nando's?
Patrick Bamford. Have a great chat. Talk about the good times. Talk about lockdown football. I want it back.
What a guy. Hold on. I'm going to have a... I'm picking Dan James because I want to know how much taller than him I am.
I mean, he's taller than me, so.
Is he?
Yes.
What?
I think he's like 5'5".
How tall are you?
5'2".
Are you?
Yes.
He's 5'7", which...
Oh, he's
hold on.
5'7".
What am I again? You're 5'2", right?
Yes.
I'm nearly a foot taller than you. Jesus. We found someone shorter than Evie.
Richard, I'll answer that question. It's Viduka. It's Viduka.
What? Yes, it's Viduka. Yeah, it's not a question. Yeah. But with that, I think we're going to call it there because we've hit that stage of long streams where it just sort of descends a little bit. But I like those streams, and I have a little bit of a feeling that in 2 weeks I'm going to be doing another one of those. If you want to pop along for that, go for it because I know that
the deadline day stream.
we're doing the deadline day stream again.
Yes.
Yep. The one last season when we spent the entire time being like, "So Sinister's gone, right?" Probably.
Yeah.
Could he have done it 4 hours ago? Probably.
The last one was the January one. We signed Roberts on the last day.
Was it? Oh yeah.
Yeah. We waited all that time until the end, and we signed him in the last minute.
What the fuck should I do last deadline day? The summer one. I don't know. Anyway, Yeah, so join us for that stream. Hope you enjoyed this stream. Like, subscribe. You can become a channel member, all that good stuff. It's 99p. I can't be bothered translating it into Australian dollars, but as far as I'm aware, your currency is not worth very much, so I'll say 7,000. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you later. Ta-ra. And this is where we don't end the stream for a moment because we gotta do something silly at the end. She might be getting pelters, but it's fine. None of them are hitting. The target's that small. Ha ha! Bye!